How am I already in trouble? How am I already in trouble? And we just we
And
started.
that part, because I can't believe you said what you said about caregivers. Take it back. Take it back. But you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. We do kind of waste time a little bit, and it's nasty business.
It
Which is why
is.
I'm really excited about today's episode, which is all about time management hacks that actually will be working. I still feel some type of way about you.
To be fair, when you asked me that question, like I was kind of just thinking of myself. Like, of course, there's areas that I could work on, and it kind of goes kind of back to our last episode about spring. Like,
Yeah.
this is the perfect time to like reevaluate those things and figure out what you're going to need in this new season.
Ooh, that's
You know
good
what I mean?
stuff. You
So
know why I think I felt so triggered by that truth bomb? Okay. I think it's because of caregiver PTSD on my part, since I'm a former caregiver. I took care of my mom for like 12 years until she passed in 2023. So I'm still like going through the residuals of being a caregiver for so long. So when I hear words like, well, caregivers do waste time, I feel like, shit, another thing that I did wrong. But it's not a thing that has been done wrong. It's just a thing that can be altered. It's not something that's negative on our character,
no, or on
right?
your caregiving. It's more like, are you
Yeah.
actually taking care of yourself? Which is again, I think why we're here and why we're talking is because I think we both experienced many times where we are not taking care of ourselves and more concerned with whomever we're caring for and understanding that that's not good. So, again, people that are listening, I hope that you understand that you're doing an amazing job. That is not what we're trying to do here. We care about you. Like, yes, we care about your loved one, but like, we're here
Yeah.
for you. Like, that's
But
what
you
we're.
know what? I'm really, again, just so grateful that you did say what you said, because we need to hear it. We do. We need to hear it. I would prefer for a true friend to be honest with me and have that honest moment with me. Like, okay, just share what you need to share. I know it. I know what it is, but to actually hear it out loud makes it more real, and also keeps me accountable on how I can do better. How can I improve? Right? And it's a
Mhm.
safe space to do so. So that part.
Absolutely, yes.
So if you're
So,
a caregiver, you already know time feels like a myth. You wake up with the best intentions, but then life hits you. You got your meds, you got the appointments, you got the dishes, you got the calls, and suddenly it's bedtime. But here's the truth: you are not lazy, you are overloaded. So, in this episode of Charisma, we are breaking down time management hacks that actually work for caregivers. No fluff, no corporate planner nonsense, just real tools for real life. So, if you're ready to take your time back, this one's for you.
that's right. So I guess before we even start, I feel like I need to tell a story.
Yeah, story time. Let's do it. I got my tea. Let's get into it.
Okay, so kind of again based on our last conversation about spring, um, and changing, um, you had just gone through getting sick. I also got sick right after our last video, and I noticed I was getting sick around Friday. And then Saturday came around, and I had told my daughters that like we were gonna like we had these plans, right? And I was realizing as Saturday came around, like, no, I'm getting worse. This is gonna be a thing, and I need to like slow it down. So I was, trying to communicate that with them that like, we're probably not going to go over to your aunt's house. We're going to probably just hang out on Sunday so I could rest. But I still had like things I wanted to do, like get laundry ready for the beginning of the week and things like that. And towards the end of the day, like I had taken like a couple naps here and there and still like, made lunch and all the things. But then my daughter was like really upset, and she was telling me how she was like, well, I thought we were gonna go do these things. I'm like, can't you see that I'm sick? And like, I never take naps during the day. Like, can't you tell that like I'm not good? I thought I've communicated with that, with that with you. And she's like, but if you're sick, why aren't you like laying down more? I was like,
Mm.
what? I was like, I didn't know really how to answer that. I
What the
definitely got more
Oh.
angry at her. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, I have to do things. Like, what do you want me to not do things? Like, I mean, I could have like not done the things, but I was like, I also understood like there was going to be a pile up, and if I could just do it, but slowly, like that's still doing it, you know? But yeah, it made me recognize, again, with this kind of whole spring thing, time management, that like I need to start, um, adjusting how I'm caregiving for my kids specifically, and communicating with them and giving them more tools to advocate and do some more things on their own. Like normally I don't mind go getting their water. Normally I don't mind, doing these little tiny things for them. But when you're sick and you're not feeling good, like I don't want to go get your own water. Like, but also I don't, it kind of sounds very codependent, but like, it's like, I like doing those little things. It's very cute. I enjoy those moments, but like also they probably have those skills themselves. You know what I mean? So,
I definitely know what you mean. I actually love that you pointed that out. I would have probably paused where you said I need to let them do more of caregiving. Stop right there. Yeah, I think the more that we can, because it's all about control, right? Controlling what you can control. I think the more that we can let go and allow for our loved ones to show up with their own independence, like us making the assessment, like what can you do and what do you need help with, right? I think that is a interesting thing to consider, especially with the whole transitioning thing, like as our loved ones are aging or as they are progressing. Okay, so what can we need to assess, like, okay, so what can you no longer do, what can you now do, and what can you just ain't got no time to do. Okay, let me try, where can I fit in, and I also thought it was, so you said it's cute to caregive. Yeah, you're right, it's real cutesy sometimes. But you know what ain't cute? Out of the mouth of babes. How they said that oh, I thought you were sick, ma, but how come you still work there? How come you still giving care? Damn right. How come? Who else will do it?
I didn't have an answer. I was like, well,
Like I would have picked my face up from the floor, like shit. So if you go talk to mom with facts, golly, let me prepare for that. Let me get ready for that. Oh my god.
I wanted to grow them this way. I just didn't realize that I would be the when receiving
Yeah, that's not how this works. Okay. You got it twisted. All right.
You go do that on somebody else, not on me, please.
Yeah, but that's another way also to improve on time, because you will be reclaiming your own time once you allow for that loved one to show up with their own independence, right? So now, oh, okay, I don't have to go get you water now. I could actually sit down and enjoy what I'm doing or heal or whatever. You reclaim your time. Reclaiming my time.
Yep, that's I think the goal, and I think the best way to think about it, in this caregiver journey. I mean, we only have what, maybe 16 hours. I mean, depending on how well you sleep and all of those things too. Like for a while, like right now, nighttime is still my time. But I feel like as we're getting more light, as it's starting to get more, there's more sun during the day, I might switch to it being mornings. It just kind of depends, because my kids are like, "Ooh, mom's up." So like maybe not, but we'll see.
I like have to do the whisper, the tiptoeing. I don't want to wake nobody. I don't want to stir nothing.
Right. Which I don't mind too, because I do like that quietness, because it can get loud. So to have that quiet time, it's like, yeah, do you find that at night, or do you find that during the day, or can you find it somewhere at lunchtime or nap time when your loved one's taking a nap? It's kind of, again, evaluating your area and your time.
That's such a good call out, because you're right. In the spring, the days are much longer and the nights are shorter, which I feel gypped. Like, what the fuck? No! But I still prefer the nighttime being my time, because in the morning, it's almost like assumed that, yeah, Nikki's up. That means she's on. That means she can. No, they're not, At 4 in the morning, I'm not on. At 5 in the morning, did I say I'm not on? Okay. But yeah, even when I want to have like my morning meditation at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I really can't, because my phone is still buzzing or just started buzzing. And there's so many things going on already, and I'm overstimulated. And that is not the goal. The goal is to find that emotional respite. So I love doing it at night, where I could just calm myself, regulate my nervous system again, and then, be ready for the next day to just do it again. But have you found success in doing like in the morning, like having your own space?
Yeah, if I do it though, it's kind of like how you said I can't tell anybody that I'm doing it. I can't tell people that I wake up at
Keep it
5.
secret. Keep it
It's a
safe.
secret thing. Yep, keep it secret, keep it safe. It's nobody's business because that's my time. I mean, and like you said, I think there's somewhat of a cultural thing of like after 8, you just don't call unless it's an emergency. But morning times, it feels like if they know, they're gonna call, not recognizing that like there's a ritual and a routine that's going on at that time in the morning, religious or not, and you should probably respect that time too. But it's just different. You know what I mean? It's just different. So yeah, I just don't
Oh
call
yeah,
anybody.
it's almost like, oh, she's playing. What do you mean? You can still call her.
Yeah, like
What?
when she's watching the news or reading a book. I'm like, no, that's actually, but that's the point. Like
That
that
is
is literally the point.
that is what self-care is looking like. Okay, reclaiming my time. My God,
Yeah.
it's wild. Last night, because like I said, I like to do my emotional respite in the nighttime. And the other night, I had shut everything down, including my nerves, and I have my phone on DND, do not disturb, but I only allow for certain calls to come through from certain people, and
Yep.
those people are fitting in one hand. Okay. Anyway, one of these little fingers on the hand started to ring at midnight. What the?
You
What
can't
is
tell. That's the thing. You can't tell them that. You can't tell them your schedule because they are going to call you. You let them know, hey, if you need to call me for any emergency, you will always go through. But you cannot tell them that you were awake at 5 or that you're staying up till midnight or whatever the things are because they
okay?
will test
Okay.
you.
Yeah, yeah. And these boundaries are coming with some fine lines. Okay, disclaimer. You cannot call for emergencies. Emergencies look like, and I'm giving specifications, okay? Emergencies are not migraines. I don't give a damn. Emergencies are, oh, what should I watch tonight? I don't also give a damn. Okay? All right. I just want to be clear. All right.
Fair, yes. Yeah, no, I don't even think I tell anybody that they're on. I mean, other than like my parents, nobody knows who's on my list because I assume if it's at an emergency, you're gonna call me no matter what. You'll call me at 3 in the morning if it's that, you know what I mean? But you don't need to know that. That's just for me to know.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, respect my space. And I kind of feel like I need to go over that a few times until it actually is understood. Like, I'm not playing. Okay, I'm not playing about me. I'm not playing about my heart space, my emotional space, or my actual space. Get out of my room. Okay? Out!
that part. Yeah, not so easy with kids, but yeah, that too.
That's why again it's at a specific time. And
Yeah,
and hopefully it's at that time where your loved one is down
mhm.
bad. Okay. You ain't gotta worry. At 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. I know my loved one is knocked out. So that's my time. And when I was with my mom taking care of her, my time started around 10-ish, 11-ish, my time to do whatever. Wash my hair, listen
Yeah,
to my music, get back into my Netflix binging, whatever.
yeah.
It's my time. Do you think that that would help if you had a time like you knew that your daughters were not going to come into your room?
Yeah, I mean, and that's usually, like you said, it's usually sleeping time. I was also thinking about times where I was caring for like adults, and it seemed as though sometimes the night times were the worst. That's when
Mm!
that's when they tended to need me more for whatever reason, and I don't know if that was like I don't even call it a sundowning thing because I didn't necessarily have dementia, but I feel like sometimes there's an uneasiness when it's time to go to bed for whatever reason, and so that time is like when they need a little bit of extra attention.
Yeah,
Um,
like medically, like medical attention.
yeah, or just like communication, or yeah, like making sure that the nighttime routine is good. You know what I mean? Or that, after the nighttime routine that they have their water, they have their things so that they could be independent if they want to stay up. Because especially like for like my parents too, and I don't know if that's comes with age or not, but um like they're night owls.
Yeah,
My
they
parents
need
are night owls.
stop that now. Okay, how old are you? Stop it. You're
Not
no
me.
longer
No,
a
no,
night
no.
owl.
The parents, like our parents, like the 70-year-old, 80-year-old, like they love to stay up late. My parents specifically.
And you're
Um,
not a pop star. Okay, stop it. Knock it off already.
going to a concert. What are we doing here? But no, they
Yeah.
love to stay up late, and then but then they
Yes.
sleep in. So again, that's why I feel like for me right now, getting up earlier and having that be my time is best. Because then also when I do it in the morning, there is a time limit because the kids will wake up. I will have to do the routine while at night. I could go till 1 or 2 if I'm not paying
Yeah.
attention. Do you know what
That
I mean?
makes
And then
sense.
that gets dangerous.
Just a bit. But it
Yeah.
does make sense to like switch up depending on your loved one and their need. Okay, so this is just my experience, but with my mom, when because she had dementia, Alzheimer's, depending on her specific stage, like if it was the middle stage, her nighttime wandering was outrageous.
Right.
But what I found very successful was to exhaust her in the daytime. Like we would go for a ton of walks, right? We would do a lot of stimulating activities with making jewelry or coloring or just socializing at the senior center. And that would get her so drained that by the time 6, 7 o'clock came and it was, nighttime getting ready, she was good for the bed. But it wasn't also the wearing her out, like stimulating her. It wasn't just that. It was also setting up everything else, like making sure that the shower had everything in it. So I don't have to run around and get her towel or her body. Everything was already set up. And even in her bed, her bedroom, it had like the water by the table, or I used to do like the YouTube ambient white noise,
Yep.
right? So everything was kind of calm in there, and then I would spray her pillow with like a lavender essential oil. All those things allowed me to really enjoy the nighttime. Now I get that that might not be the case for everyone because no one is the same, right? But for me, I found it to be really successful when I did it that way as a solo dolo caregiver, taking care of my mom.
But even as a team, it seems like setting yourself up for success and setting yourself up for the next person to do their
Yeah.
time to clock in or whatever, like that's just helpful. So that way when you come into the area, you know where everything is, everything's set up. You're not coming into chaos. It's kind of like no different than, I mean, we talked about not doing corporate stuff or talking business, but it does feel like, like working at a restaurant or something else where, you
Yeah.
come into a shift, and if it's chaotic, you're already coming into the situation chaotic. So how can you set yourself up for success, and how can you set yourself up for the next day, to have it be, an easy flow as much as possible? Because obviously there's going to be some bumps in the road, so it's going to wake up cranky, so you know what I mean, whatever it is. But it's just like if you can ease that in some way by setting yourself up, like do that for sure.
Boom. Okay, another mic drop moment. I love it, T. And you know what? When you were saying like restaurant, immediately I was thinking it's like those races. What are those races called? Where you have to catch the baton from the other runner behind you, and then you go, and then you have to pass that baton to the other. What are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
called?
I don't know, I forget. I should know this.
Yeah,
My
but
dad
that
takes me back
part.
to mine. Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm in my flow, Joe, when I have a caregiver assistant. Like, okay, I already did all these things. Boom, here's the baton. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I feel so badass too. Like I just checked all these things, and now it's
Right.
your part. You do it.
Right.
Oh, but that makes me think of the 3-2-1 rule. Have you heard of that before?
I think so. Go ahead, tell me.
Right. So 3 musts, 2 shoulds, and 1 for you.
Ooh.
Right? You like that?
Is that a daily thing, or is that like a weekly thing, or how would
I
you implement that?
I feel like it's a customized thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I can.
not sure if you want to do it daily, sure. If you want to do it weekly, monthly, quarterly, go for it. It's your world, squirrel. But here are the 3 musts. What do you have to do?
Yeah.
Okay. What should you do? And then what can you do for yourself?
Yeah.
Now, applying that as a solo dolo caregiver, it just feels like a lot. So it's going to take some practice, but applying it as a team, oh my God.
Oh yeah. That's like the best
Okay.
kind of communication, team building.
Yes.
Uh yeah, all the things. I could see that being. Oh, I mean, and honestly, and I don't think we talk about that, and or at least I don't maybe talk about it enough. Depending on who you're caring for, like that's a great conversation to be having with your loved one. as you're caring for them? Like, what should we do together? Because I mean, we obviously, yes,
Ooh.
talking about caregivers and stuff, but I feel like, at least in my experience, I did a lot of doing all the things. Like, yes, I was the primary caregiver, but like, that doesn't make me the person that tells everybody what to do all the time. You know what I mean? And that's, I mean, obviously that's easy to do with kids. You know, that just kind of comes with the job. But when you're dealing with adults, it's like, no, you're literally your own person. Please put like, do the work, you know, like put in some effort in saying what you want or do not want to do. Don't wait for me to say it, you know, like, don't make me be the one organizing everything, which I mean, I
Babe.
don't mind doing, and that's part of the gig, I guess, but also like, no, you know.
No, babe, you said it. It's like codependence,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's a mindset shift on both parties. It's a mindset shift for the caregiver and the caree. Like, we are seeing that they are becoming codependent, even though they still have independency on specific tasks.
Yeah.
We need to flip the script. But now they are just so accustomed to you doing it. You thinking for me, you doing all the things for me. I could just let you. No, now we have to start standing on business. Hey, no, Larry, you can actually do it yourself.
Yeah, you can do your own laundry. It's crazy. Like, I'll still wash it, but like, no, you can fold it and put it away. And that's a great way to also get your time back in a way. And again, it's a communication with your loved one and like having them have a say in what's going on. And then you don't have to worry about analysis paralysis so much, which is also such a energy and time drainer.
Hit me with the data. Hit me with the data. Yeah, exactly. Nobody has got time for that analysis paralysis. You better do it, sis. I love it. Yeah,
it's the worst. Kind of. Yeah. I mean, again, I think I'm kind of dealing with that now with the girls in this transition of like, I recognize I am doing a lot for them and I need to stop.
Okay, so this brings me back to the 3-2-1 rule. So like, what do you think if you're stopping that thing that that must, well, no, that would be the should thing that you're stopping.
I feel like it's a must at this point though, because it's starting to get
okay, so what's the must thing that you don't have to do anymore? And then what will you exchange it with the thing for you? That what can you do for you instead of the what you're doing, what you must do for them? What are you now going to do for you? That was a tongue twister. My God.
I'm trying to think, like, there's not like really one big thing. It's more like they need to start implementing like finishing the job, whatever it is. So if we start a craft, if we eat dinner, you need to start putting your stuff away, which is not something I've been doing. I've been gathering all the things and putting things away. So I think in general, that's kind of the concept.
I love that. So what if they're doing that, if they're completing that task of either putting away the crafts or washing the dishes or whatnot, what will you be doing for yourself while they are doing that?
Relaxing, sitting
what
down.
What does relaxing mean? Let's be specific.
Okay. To be honest, I don't know until I think it's going to happen, because right now the concept of them doing that just brings me ease. It feels less anxiety filled, and I think that is the goal for me right now. I don't really know actual time wise how many minutes I'm going to get out of them doing all of these things, but it's just more of a like, that's one less thing I have to think about, and yes, one less thing I have to do, but putting that in.
Here's a friendly suggestion, right? Just a suggestion. Okay, cool. All right, and this is a safe space. All right. I find it really more successful to have an idea of how to spend your respite time, because what ends up happening for me is that I'll think about them, and that's me doing work now because I'm thinking about what they're doing. Did they find the dish soap properly? I hope that they are wiping that dish properly. You know, like I just end up still doing work, but it's mental and emotional work. So I find it helps to have ideas of what my respite will look like. Maybe my respite will look like finishing this audio book, the chapter that I was listening to. That's easy enough, because even if you only have 5 minutes or 2 minutes, you can still press play. right? You don't have to
Right.
go get a manicure and now you're out the house for an hour and a half. No, because maybe you don't have an hour and a half. Maybe you only have a certain amount of time. So maybe that respite could look like short, intimate moments with yourself, doing things that you would enjoy, like moisturizing, or I don't know what your jam is, but something. Get
I
into
like
it.
moisturizing. That probably needs to be a thing. I like moisturizing. I like that idea. And or getting myself a cup of tea.
Cup of tea, but
Like,
stay out of where they're at, because then they're going to ask you questions. They're going to start getting involved with you. No. You got to
okay.
have your own, place where it's of separation and it is known. Like they cannot see
Yeah,
you. Okay.
fair enough. I'll hide in my room.
You see how we have to think about it? We got to get creative here. All right. Yeah, we really
I
do.
like it. Okay, we'll get back to we'll do a recap of this, and I'll let you guys know how it's going.
Yeah, I definitely want to know. I knew that with my mom, like if she, even though like she had her project and that was great, and I felt so good just to see her enjoying it. Oh man, it's amazing. But then I'm not enjoying what I was doing. Like I was facilitating this caregiver support group, and which I do biweekly. DM me for notes or for info. Anyway, and I was facilitating it, right? And uh there was a conversation that started, and it was about what you do when your loved one is enjoying something. And I started talking about how my mom loves music. She loved it. And I had specific playlists for specific types of care routines. So for her grooming in the morning, it was Jackson 5. Grooming in the evening, it was a lo-fi. Okay.
I love it.
Um, right. But I used to play it out loud, like on our speakers in the house. And I
Mm-hmm.
got so tired of it. I was so angry. Like, damn it, stylistics again? Ugh. And so one thing that I did to kind of get my time back was invest in a Bluetooth headphones for my mom so that she could still enjoy her music, and then I could listen to whatever the hell I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like DMX. Yes, I know it's 5 in the morning. Who cares? I
Love it.
just needed my space, my
Yeah,
time back. So
yeah. Your
even though it
vibe.
was shared time, it was still like I was reclaiming my time. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
okay.
that's perfect. No, I love that, especially with music and stuff. No, and I do that. Funny, I mean, yeah, music's powerful. Period. But
Period.
like one way I kind of reclaim some time back too is when it's bath time for my little one. Um, we'll I'll hang out with her in there and I'll let her listen to her music, which currently is the Trolls soundtrack.
Get into it. Yeah.
But then I'll also like play the real songs, which is great. Not just like the covers, because I need her to know both. But as she's doing that, that's when I do my like my self-care routine in the bathroom. So like I'll do the masks, I'll do the exfoliating, I'll do so like we're in the bathroom together. She's enjoying the music, I'm enjoying the music for the moment.
Yeah. I
And then
love, you know what? That's a
yeah.
full circle moment, because in the beginning you said your daughter was like, "Ma, I thought you said you were sick. Why are you working?" But then full circle, your daughter sees you practicing how to take care of yourself.
I mean,
Boom.
it's
Shakalaka.
there's places where I do it well and there's other places I don't. The bathroom, like that one I do well and I know that. But yeah, like the kitchen one and like the
I'm sorry. Pause.
I'm gonna get in trouble, aren't I?
Of course you are. There's places where you do it well, period. Period. Let that marinate. You do it well, girl. You take care of yourself well. Period. No
Yes.
addendum. Okay, now new subject. Okay, yeah. Oh, what were you saying? And then there are other things. You know why? You know why I had to pause you? Because I know me. I would definitely be like that. Yeah. I know I do that well. I do it. Yeah, but what I really need to work on, it's just like it's always in the forefront of my mind, like in my mind's third eye. Oh, but I also still have to improve, and I also still have to do more. But what about celebrating what you do right and let that sit for a minute? Really let it marinate. How long
Yeah,
do
I
you
know.
let something marinate? I'm
You
not the
don't.
best cook,
No.
but I do know that if you got some chicken and you washed it, please and thank you, and seasoned it and put it in a bag or a pan or whatever.
Yeah.
And you put that in the fridge and let it marinate overnight. When you cook that, don't it slap? Don't it taste just that much better as opposed to you got the chicken, you wash the chicken, you season the chicken, and then you bake it same time? Yeah, it's still good, but not as good as that marinated chicken, girl.
Yeah,
Not as good.
I like that. I like that metaphor. You gotta sit with
You're
it.
welcome.
I like it. I like it.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You had a full circle moment. You be doing it well, girl. You take
I
care
know.
of
Well,
yourself well.
I mean,
You
honestly, even
you
when you
well.
ask that question about like, okay, so what are you gonna do with that time? I was gonna. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I'm gonna say it out loud now, and I can get in trouble for it later. I was thinking, well, I could just spend that time doing other caregiver things. I'm gonna have more time to do other caregiver things.
You in trouble.
That's why I didn't say it, because I was like, I know that's not the answer that she wants to hear, but I also want to be, fair and valid to the other girlies that feel that the way that I do. I'm like, oh, that means I'll have more time to like do the other things or go back to work, or you know what I mean, like, or whatever whatever the thing is. But like, no, I'm
Here we go. Here we go. I see you standing. Maybe you ought to take a seat because rest is doing work. Rest. R-E-S. None of you don't know. You've heard of. Okay? Yeah. Rest is productive.
As Daniel Tiger said, rest is best.
Okay, hit me with the data. All right.
Shout out to the moms out there that watch Daniel Tiger.
Yeah. Oh, I know that was cutesy, but you don't, boo. You don't.
I swear those shows are not for kids or for adults. Like for real.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yes. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we talked about it. So I will be reporting back to you guys in a couple of episodes.
Mad homework. Okay. Damn. That's the hot seat. Yeah. That's wild. How you doing?
Another time management one I learned recently watching my mom. I mean, I knew it, but it was a great reminder because I haven't had to do it in a while. And we kind of talked about this a little bit in the last episode too, is if you go to the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store.
Oh, so you sharing the hot seat? I don't want to sit there.
I know. Be cautious. Go with the budget if you haven't been there in a while. If that's not your normal routine to go to a dollar store, bring cash and only the cash that you want to spend. But if you go to the section where they have baskets, they have really great baskets. You can spray to paint them to go with the aesthetic of your room or whatever too, if you want to get crafty with it. But they have some really great, just like basic colors that pretty much go with anything.
Oh my God, right?
I mean, they get it. They get the vibe.
Okay.
But in doing so, if you organize your things with baskets, it really helps to minimize time wasted gathering the things. So if you keep all your medication in a basket, then when it's time to refill your weekly little pockets, everything's all together. You could see what you're missing, see what you need to call and refill, all of the things, right? If it's all in one basket, because when I was caring for the in-laws, like they would have it in a basket, they would go do it at the kitchen table. They bring it with them in their, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you could do the whole thing very easily than having to gather everything. It's just all in one spot. Everybody knows where it's at. You could do that with toiletries. You could do that with toys. I'm a big fan of like organizing toys in that way, even if it's like puzzles all in one area, Legos all in one area, dolls in one area, like all of those things, and that way it's easier to rotate too.
That is so good for my anxiety. I can't. I feel unwell when my space is scattered about or things are everywhere. Like, okay, I have the brush in this drawer, but then I have my comb up on the other side of the side. Oh my God, I feel confused. I feel unwell. I need things sorted. But I thought you were bringing up the Dollar Tree because of my kerfuffle. Is it kerfuffle? Kerpumple? Kerfuddle? Kerfuffle? Why not? I thought it was because of my kerfuffle. I'm gonna go with it. Because I went to the Dollar Tree, like you had so awesomely suggested, to go look for them said trays, because we're all about an aesthetic over here, babe. Okay. Um, and I went in there with cash. However, you're absolutely right, T. Sometimes you got to go with specific number of cash, like just $20, just $10, just $5. It's $1.25. Okay. But what did I do? I went in there like, oh, but I need that too. Oh yeah. Oh my God. And did I get the baskets that I came in here for?
Did you? We didn't
Obviously
even talk
not.
about that. You talked about everything else you got. Did you get the baskets?
I absolutely did not. I did not. And you know what's so like Game of Thrones shame moment is that I was standing on that long ass line getting ready to buy everything and the baskets were next to me. Sorry,
Shame.
I'm on a budget. $1.25. Store, sorry. I need my water bottle. Hello,
Right, no.
you see this? It's cute.
Self-care.
Okay.
Still worth it. For still good.
Every sip. Still good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think they have some that like have like mesh so you could see the, like what's inside.
Don't get me started,
or
T. Don't do
can
it.
put
Don't you go
clothes
down that
off.
rabbit hole. I'm gonna be up in that Dollar Tree this weekend. Stop it now. Knock it off. Okay.
Well, the reason why I said it like that is because depending on what kind of your fixation is on like organizing, you could buy the ones that are like just completely blocked off so you can't see what's inside. So when you put it away, it still looks nice and neat. And you're not seeing everything
Can I
fall
put
out.
a label on it or something?
You
Because I
can,
like
and
that.
I've seen some people put fabric on. I mean, you can get real crafty with them if you want to. You know what I mean? It just depends on what your budget is and what you want to do. But yeah.
I love that. You know, it's the organization that anchors me. I'm telling you, it's best for my anxiety. I can't have things scattered about. I need it for my drawers. I need like those trays for the inside of my drawers. Do you know how you have like a junk drawer?
Mm-hmm. You're so New York right now. I love it.
I heard it. It's because I'm still recovering. So it comes out. Damn. It's like all my drawers are drunk drawers. Why? Why? Because I need
Oh, yeah,
trays.
the inserts are perfect for stuff like that. Yes, absolutely. Now,
Yeah,
I
and
think
then
they
the
have those
only
at the Dollar
drawer
Store
that
too. The clear one.
I'm nervous, T, because if I go in there, I would be like, but I also need tissues. Oh, and they have bacon here. They have turkey bacon there. Like,
You got to go with the mission and don't go. I mean, you've already seen all the aisles, so now you know where the aisles are. Don't go down those aisles. That's the rule. You can't go down those aisles.
But what if I'm running low? Oh
Well,
no!
then you're adding it to your budget. Then you already know that's what you want to get. You know what I mean? But you can't go in there with.
So what are you asking me to do? You're asking me to be an adult. You're
Yes,
asking me. Oh no! Damn it!
just sometimes, not all the time. I mean, you can give yourself bacon's important.
Bacon is so important. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you. Yeah, but that's what I need. I need it to anchor me because the only drawer that I have in my house right now that's organized is my cutlery drawer with the forks, the knives. That's it.
Yeah.
I see everything clear, plain. I know what I'm going. A spatula there. Okay.
Yeah.
But the other drawers, I don't know what's happening, and I don't want to be involved. I just shut it as soon as I open it. It's closed. You know. So I love your idea.
Yeah, once you have those organizing skills, then then that's like the best time to like start. Yeah, pulling everything out, see what you're using, you're not using. Again, kind of that spring cleaning kind of a concept. Obviously, it does have to be spring, but
oh my God, see, and folders, because taxes.
Yes,
I definitely have to go to like the paperwork.
Another episode of like the things you need to have as a caregiver. Like, just shout out right now if you don't have a waterproof, fireproof safe, that needs to be first on your list. Like for me, it's a go-to because you put everything in there. You put your social security information, you put your tax information, you put all your medical records in there. Because all of that stuff's like really important.
Where can one get one of those?
I mean, I would say Amazon, but
you girl.
I know, but I don't know. I need to do some research. So I feel like that's why I said I feel like we need to have like the must-haves of caregiver stuff.
What about like What about those big bulk places like a Costco? Wouldn't they
I was
have
gonna say,
something?
I was like, Costco's got everything, so they probably do because I know they have them for like rifles and stuff. Like I know they have safes for that, so I would assume that they probably have
What?
like, small ones.
Are what?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, they have like they literally have everything. They have insurance. You can get
Wow.
cruise deals, and then also get some snacks and water and some toilet paper, and and your
Oh,
Korean skincare. And you can get like they're amazing. I love them.
okay, well, not sponsored, but Costco, we see you. Yeah.
Shout out to Costco. I need a Kirkland sweatshirt for real.
Ooh,
They
that
even
looks
have
so cute on
they even have
you.
Kirkland doggy sweatshirts. They're freaking adorable.
I've got to go back. But you know, I need to go. Costco is like an IKEA to me. It's so massive. It's so
Oh,
huge.
super dangerous. Don't go hungry. Do not go to Costco hungry.
I
I mean, like,
can't.
don't go to but do absolutely. I mean, they have snacks, so like then bulk up on the snacks then if you're gonna eat. But I tend to go when the snacks are not available yet. So that's not an option for me.
So you're
Um,
saying go with a plan, and that also is a good time management hack. Go
yes.
with a plan. Yeah.
Going with intention, obviously. That doesn't mean you can't like peruse, but if you got your loved one with you, like I don't ever go to Costco with my kids. That's stupid. You know, like
You're
that's
just asking for it now.
yeah, like don't be silly about it. I mean, if you got
Don't
to, I
be
mean,
silly.
again, if you're going to bring your loved one, like then give them the list, or like have them be a part of the journey, and then that doesn't mean you can't go check out the book section or the toy section too, but just go there with the intent of like we're just looking and we're going to explore, and this is our outing for the day, or our stimulation because it's very stimulating. Like
It's
this, but
so
yeah,
stimulating.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so what you're saying is two things that I got were to um, go with a plan
yep,
and set an intention,
yep.
right? I'm gonna
And a
hashtag
budget.
that.
Budgets are
And
always
what?
good.
Oh yeah, and can't forget the money, right? And a budget.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
mean,
will write.
and that goes along with also figuring out how much you need of the thing. I mean, from my experience, you can buy, I mean, you could buy bulk ingredients, right? You can buy bulk meals. But when you're buying bulk ingredients, it's hard to make a meal out of them. So, um, you have to kind of account for that as well. So like I will buy most of my meats there. I will buy produce and you can make some meals with it, but like if you're a sauce person or a spice person or like the little extra things that you might need for that one dish, that might not be the best thing to get it because you're going to buy in bulk and then you're going to have a bunch of, water crusts or, like something that maybe isn't part of your normal diet, but you just wanted to make that one meal or whatever. So kind of have to.
Those are really good. That's good to keep in mind. Do you have like a list that like a caregiver could use when they are going? Because I find that grocery stores are definitely a place where a lot of caregivers and carees go to. Like that's a weekly or biweekly
I
situation
I do
station,
have a
right?
list. Yeah, I do have a list for like grocery shopping and budgeting and seeing where you're spending your money.
Oh my
Um,
God, T, we need it.
yeah, so and that includes pets. I always add pets in that because most of us have pets too, and
So
that needs to
smart.
be a part of the budget. I
Yeah.
mean, Costco's got some good dog food and dog toys and all of those things. Um,
I love
and
this. You're making me feel so responsible and like I have a little bit of control back. I love that for us.
yes, absolutely. I mean, and then that makes you feel guilt free when it's time
Oh yeah.
to like, spend $20 at Dollar Tree on water bottles and
Wow.
and
And
you
you know
should
what? You shouldn't. You
yeah.
should. I did it. It's not nice. You're so right. And again, that helps my anxiety because I'll be going there like shit. I'm about to be poor after I walk out. Yeah, but I'm not with your list. Okay.
And you
Oh,
shouldn't. So
gee.
yeah, if you could budget that out, that's the best way to do it. So that way, yeah, you can buy the bulk things. Because again, bulk buying is great, like I said, especially for meats, rice, beans, produce. If you can eat it, they have a lot of frozen and fresh options.
Love it.
But and canned. And those are the things that you can buy in bulk, knowing that you can use them later. But then you got to figure out what you're going to make for the meal. So then I also have like a list on like what we're having this week so that not everybody in the goddamn house is asking what we're having for for lunch, dinner, breakfast, what are our snack options? You can go look for it yourself. You know where everything's at. Here's the basket of snacks, because we have a snack basket in our
Oh
cabinet.
my God, I love that.
We have
Again, that is so helpful. A
so
snack basket.
oh
Damn
yeah,
it. That's good stuff. Okay, so this is what I got.
jerky.
I got
Yeah,
go with the plan,
yeah,
set an intention, have a budget.
yeah.
Damn, that's good. And I really love those baskets. Get out of here.
And I think, and again, that will give you time um to not have to think about those things for the whole week, or whatever the case is when you go to the grocery store. Because always, whenever you get into the grocery store, all of a sudden you forget everything you wanted, because everything's so bright and beautiful in the goddamn place.
Always
Yeah,
distraction.
you know,
I
yeah.
like it.
I currently use my sheets, but then I also like for Costco, I will use the Costco app, the shopping app. There's like a shopping option where, like, you can get it delivered. I don't do delivery, but I use that as my list for the things I'm going to get at Costco.
Okay,
That
my
makes sense.
mind just blew away. I didn't even know Costco had an app. Whoa. I feel like a boomer. How did I not know this?
Oh yeah. I lost my card like a really long time ago, and the app had come out, and so you can actually scan the app QR code to like get in. You don't have to have your card, and I haven't needed a card since I have my dad and I have the same membership or whatever. I put him on my card, but so he has a card, but I'm not paying $35 for a card. I could just use the app. But yeah, in the app the app is a whole other thing. I feel like that could be another whole conversation. I love Costco. Hey Costco.
Say less. I am downloading it right
If
now.
you have, like, they use Instacart for their services, but also understand that by using Instacart or using shopping services, that you're going to be paying more because you're paying for convenience. So recognize that the price that you see on the app, the shopping app, is going to be different than you probably see at the grocery store, because again, you're paying for convenience. So they're adding that in there. So like I said, I don't use it, but obviously if you can and it's in your budget and you don't want to go out, like, that's a great option for you to get your produce, your Costco deliveries at home, especially like the heavy stuff. If you can't do it
Yeah.
and you got a loved one, like, you can get your bottled water, you can get your big heavy things sent to your home, and then it's amazing. So I have used it, but not currently. I'm trying to get out more. So
Whoa. That is a huge, major time management hack. Golly. And also money hack, because wow, I'm saving too. What? I just downloaded it. Thank
yeah,
you.
game changer. Yeah,
Game has been changed. All right. I think we covered it all because wow.
but any questions, comments? We'd love to hear from you guys, and love to hear what you guys are doing with your time management and how you're dealing with it, whether that's with your loved one, for yourself, what you're doing with
Yeah.
that time, how are you organizing? I mean, yeah, hopefully our tips helped, but I would love to hear what you guys have as well. And
Yeah.
that's ever changing. Ever, like, whatever's working now may not work later, and that's okay.
Ooh, say that and then stop. What was that last part? And that's okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's okay. It's okay if it changes. It's okay if routine changes. It's okay if the schedule change.
For better
Oh,
or for worse, like both of those things. Because
it's
I got anxiety talking about self-care for myself, and there's also anxiety in having less care for yourself.
I had to take a deep exhale. You're absolutely right. But you know what, guys? If this episode also made you exhale just a little bit deeper, leave us a review. If it helps to make caregivers find the soft life, a caregiver that you know and love, then go ahead and share it with them too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna switch it to this one, so now we can see.
That was so good.
I totally forgot everything I was supposed to say in the script, but that's, I guess, fine.
I loved everything that you shared though, because damn, it was, and you handled pressure really good. Like you were in that hot seat. I saw the steam rising from the back of your neck. Like, oh, you all right? You okay? You're a pro. You were
Well,
like,
I feel like we have to be honest, so it's like I'm really trying to be honest and be
I was
vulnerable.
proud of you. I'm proud of you. You said the hard thing. You did it. That was you.
Yes, I did. But again, I
Yeah,
think that's the beauty of our relationship is, again, like, you're sharing all the self-care stuff. I'm the more organizing, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I am having a hard time. The burnout, all the things. I mean, we're gonna talk about it more, but yeah,
okay. I mean, I hear you. It's
burnout
coming.
sucks.
This is for you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, I don't. Is a heart coming out? No.
Yeah.
Magic.
That's for you, babe, because I hear you and I see you. Okay. All right. It's all right to have a hard time. It's okay. We're built for this. All
Yes, we
right.
are going for this.
No, but that was really good though. I had no idea about all the, especially those 3 time management hacks. Damn, mic drop moment. Go with a plan, set an intention, and have a budget. You know what gives me anxiety? Not having a plan. So when you were talking about the organization and the baskets, and I'm like, I need all of these things. I need all of it.
Yeah.
I try my best to be organized because that makes me feel more in control, more alpha energy.
Hmm.
But I don't know if I'm getting caught up or in a conflict of my personality, which is like bohemian, and then my big age. Like because at this age I should be responsible and organized and have budgets and things like that. But do I though? Not so much.
Well, I mean, and I think that's fair and valid considering also how long we've been caregiving. I mean, both of us have more than a decade of experience being caregivers, and although that has been part of our journey, now that we don't have to budget for somebody else and only budget for ourselves, it feels
Yeah.
different. I also don't want to do it. It's so much easier to budget for somebody else than myself. Like, I don't have to edit shit
Who say that?
for
And you know what's so
myself.
funny? It's so funny that when I was a full-time caregiver to my mom, I split that care responsibility with my sister. So she took care of the paperwork, the budgeting, things like that, and I took care of my mom's person, like her
Right.
physical and yeah, all of that. But
Yeah.
now as I am my own caregiver, oh, it's a lot of work. I don't want to do it. You're absolutely right. What? Why do I have to? Because I do. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to. I hate it. I don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anybody who's listening to this after show, yeah, I don't fucking like it. I don't fucking like it. I don't want to do it, but that's not the point. Like, that's the kind of self care that's not fun. That's the kind of self
Oh, you're
care
right. It
that's like
is.
has to be done, but isn't the glamorous stuff. But obviously, is going to make your life so much easier and better in the long run once you actually do the thing. Like, it's like it doesn't take that much time to do, but once it's done, you don't have to think about it anymore. But
Yeah.
for some reason, I just don't want to think about it because I know that that means I'm going to have to take something out. It's not, I mean, it maybe not, but it's just like having that kind of like opening yourself up to that possibility of it being worse than it is, or maybe even better than it is. It's just like, I don't want to open it up. I don't want to think about it. But that's also like just, I think, American culture, financial literacy, all of those things that
Yeah.
unfortunately have to wait for something tragic to happen to like really start looking into. Hopefully we don't, but like, that's a thing. So
Hold on one second. My doorbell just rang.
oh,
Hold on one second.
popular.
Popular. Hey, Tio. Is it Dad? Oh, Tio, you're the best. Oh, I can't tell nobody.
Secret.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that.
Got secrets up in here. Who's giving you gifts? Something?
It's my Amazon delivery. Thank you. My medication. I ordered this all natural herbal supplement,
Mhm,
and it just arrived. Okay, but you know what I was gonna say though is
mhm.
that you were like, "Oh, I know that is a part of self care." Yeah, you're absolutely right. Finance and budgeting, and you said, "Oh yeah, but it's not as glamorous." Okay, but what if it could be? Oh yeah, here's how. What if
Okay.
I use your list?
Okay.
Okay, which is giving intention.
Mhm,
Okay. It's also giving organization because you have included all of the details, and I put it on a glamorous board that I found on Etsy. Hello, glamorous. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, babe.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I mean, and I tried to make them pretty. Like I tried to make them like nice and easy to use, and that you could use them like monthly if you want to, or quarterly. And again, another way to get your loved one involved and see what's going on. Because again, I think that's a big trigger for me in general, is like not communicating enough these things, and not wanting to stress out my loved one of things that they don't need to stress out on. I mean, because obviously everything was fine anyways, but it's like I don't want them to think about that. Like I'd rather them be positive and focus on whatever they're thinking they need. So
I love that.
but in general, having communication of like, this is where we're spending our money, can we edit this, do we want to add on, do we all the things, just it's that kind of awareness that's very I want to say ego death, but it's like kind of reflection that might not be very pretty of yourself or the situation, that makes it feel very cringy.
You know what? I think that's the part. I think it's the cringe part. I don't know if it's that it's not so pretty. I think it's more cringe because when I sit with an actual budget and I see where my money has been going, it's like I didn't really have to keep shopping at Amazon every week, did I? Right? No, I didn't.
Right.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, no, I did, because I've had that feeling like, where, why, how?
I didn't really need to do
What
that.
am I buying? I don't even remember what it was, so it must not have been that important if I can't remember.
And that part.
Yeah.
And that part. When I went to the Dollar Tree the other day, and I was in there and I was getting all these things, I'm like, yeah, but I need it. But I went in there for those trays. But they had jade rollers for my face and my eye. Don't I need it? Yes. But I didn't get it, though. I didn't get it. But what I'm saying is, if this had been an Amazon situation,
oh yeah, that's dangerous.
It would have been an add to cart. I would have been like, yeah, I mean, it's only $3. It's $1.25. Why not?
Yeah.
But I think that's where
Marie Kondo, like you're touching it, you're feeling it. Do I really want it? What's the quality?
I didn't really back. Okay, exactly right.
Let me take a lap. Let me take
a lap. I love to do that. I usually like when, like if there's a sale going, I only like to shop when it is a major holiday. And I have added so many things to my cart already. Okay. Hopefully they're still there. But that I only started doing when I did the budgeting, when I sat down with it, like, why am I always shopping? Why? I don't do that anymore. This is like years in the making that I got here. Hello, my name is. But it's a cringe moment for me. It's like, damn, I didn't need it. I didn't need that. I really didn't.
Yeah, there's a fine line between making yourself happy and also being intentional with your goals, whatever that is, so
say that part out loud. Being intentional with your goals. Because again, back to the Dollar Tree. So I'm in there and I saw the water bottle, and I know that hydration is a big part of type 2 diabetes management. And because I'm in remission of type 2 diabetes, I find that even though I'll drink the 8 cups of water, hello. Hey, you. Even though I'll drink the 8 cups of water a day, it's still not enough for my body, the way my body is set up. So when I went to the Dollar Tree and I saw they had different water bottles, but this one is aesthetically pleasing. Plus, we're all about the aesthetics here, right?
100%. Yeah. You got to make it pretty. I mean, honestly, I can't wait to talk more to you about this, but like creating a space for you to feel calm, especially during chaos, is so important. Like, again, it's setting the intentions for a good time, to be relaxed, to have joy, to do the thing.
Hey, what you doing over there? Dropping all these. You're right. From chaos to calm. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And I gotta tell you, every time I look at my water bottle, I get happy. I get so like
as you should. Water's amazing. Like I know why we get water.
Itself is so cutesy. And then it tells you all the milliliters that you're drinking. It has all these messages on there like, good morning, let's get started. Hey, remember your goal. Hey, keep it up. Hey, halfway there. Hey, you can do this. Hey, don't you quit now. Hey, you did it. I love it. Affirm me. Affirm me.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. Super cute. Love it. Yeah, he just love a cute water bottle. Duh.
You really like it?
I do. I love it.
Like, do
Those
you
are
mean it?
I have so many water bottles. Being from California, I got all the reusable water bottles. Now
Oh, I feel like this is bigger. This is 64 ounces.
mine is a 40. I got 40 ounce. Oh, messing around.
And I drink 2 of these a day.
You're good.
Yeah, I read that women should drink 64 ounces a day and men should drink like 120 or something. Although
Mhm.
data is your thing, not mine. So if I'm wrong, don't shame me. Okay.
I don't, yeah, again, to me, that's like some of that kind of data bothers me because, again, it's too broad. Not everybody's the same. You're not,
Yeah.
considering, health concerns, height, weight, and you know what I mean? Like, there's just not enough. It's a great ballpark. It's a great goal to have,
Yeah.
all of those things, but it's hard for me to take those things, seriously.
Yeah, I hear you. And that definitely makes sense. Cause even with like the BMI stuff, I'm like, but I don't know. Oh, but back to the water though. Now
Yeah.
that I'm drinking all this water, I'm not as hungry, which is wild as all hell. I'm like, wait a minute. At this point, at this time, I should be snack. No, not even that. I have 2 meals a
Energy
day
for me.
now.
Energy
Huh?
for me, but energy for me, I've noticed that I have a lot more energy, especially drinking that glass of water
Ooh.
before my coffee. It really
Ooh.
does change the coffee game for me because I can't get rid of coffee, and I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But
Don't get rid of it.
uh,
Don't
but
get
no,
rid of
but
it.
having a glass, and I'll usually have like a room temperature water, so it goes down a little bit
Yeah,
faster.
yeah, me too. That's actually the best way to drink water is at room temperature because your body digests it and metabolizes it
Better,
better, you know? Yeah.
and that makes sense to me, and that seems to be like that kind of data. That seems to be like that resonates with me a little bit more, and that seems to
Yeah.
work with most
And it
people.
feels real. It feels like this is working. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
when I drink super cold water, I don't know. I'll get a headache. Like, is it too much? What is it? It's a
Yeah, I'm kinda down
freeze.
it. I'm not trying to, enjoy it, it's not that water's not that for me. Do you know what I mean? I'm drinking with intention when it comes to my water. I'm not trying to sip it like I would a tea or a coffee.
And you know what? Speaking of the sip, that's the part that I actually enjoy because I'm using the sippy straw and I feel like I am comforting my inner child or something. I just
I love
feel
a
like
straw.
I'm
I'm all
being
about the
gentle
straws.
with me right now, drinking this water.
Yeah.
Like, you deserve it, girl. You're so good. Oh, look at
I'm
you.
speaking intentions into the water, but then I'm guzzling that thing. I'm
You're
trying to get
guzzling?
I'm trying to get all of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 'cause but then again, I'm still, actively caregiving to the point where that time has to be spent. I'd rather spend that sipping time on my coffee, on my tea, on
I
a herbal
love
thing than it
it.
is
I
water.
love it. You know
You
what
know?
that's giving? It's like to me, I'm interpreting that as you hate water and you prefer coffee. Okay, that's
Tea,
what it's
you know?
giving.
I
Like,
I
let's
don't
just get over it. Like, come on, let me drink this water. And the
yeah, yeah.
coffee,
I mean,
I will take my
I do
time.
the liquid IVs, I do, some other things too, but, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, when it comes to water, I can't enjoy it like that. I can't just, have a cup of water and sip it. No, I'm drinking it.
Wow, it's a juggle.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Straw,
there's
with a straw, but yeah.
yeah, I love my sippy straw. Oh
Yeah,
my God. I don't think I'll be able to drink it regularly. Like, well, maybe. I don't know, but I don't mind water. I love it.
yeah, I like it too.
But back to what you were saying about the time hacks, girl, you saved me. Okay. And I'm sure you saved a lot of listeners out there because the whole go with the plan, I'm good on that. But the set an intention, damn it, got to work on it. And having a budget, whoo, you got me at the jugular with that. I was in a chokehold. Like, hold on, T.
And
I'm
again
thinking.
and again, no shade, but I think the concept is, if you just go in with a plan, even if you fail, at least you did better than not going with a plan. I am
Yeah,
not by any means. I always buy something off the list that's not on the list. I mean, I'm
totally
at
me
least
too.
buying one thing that's not on the list, but at least I'm
Yeah.
going in with, "Ooh, that looks really good. Do I really," I'll have the conversation. "Do I really need it? Will the girls really like it? This could be their treat. Fine. Put it in."
Yeah, 1 out of 3 ain't bad, right? Like,
Right,
you're
yeah.
right.
Just
It's a win. And a
it's
win is
numbers.
a win.
It is a win.
Yeah. We are winning. This is
Yeah.
what it looks like.
And I think I thank you for making me think about how I'm going to spend my time, because I don't do that enough. I still want to fill it with organization and
Take a break. Take a mental break. You gotta turn this off. Or put it on pause. Put it on pause.
Right. I mean, I will admit that I'm doing a better job of whatever I am doing is more me based, but I do need to spend more of that time in some type of, I don't want to say silence, but I don't know what it is. Because like I do meditation, I do those things, but I tend to sometimes do them with the thought of this is part of the routine. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not.
That makes sense.
I mean, it fills me, but it fills me in a way that also just feels like another productive thing, not necessarily
Yeah. You're right. Like an enjoyable thing, I feel could be different from a rest is productive thing.
Right.
Enjoying something, because I still, in my mind, associate rest with guilt. So when I am resting productively, it would look like me doing yoga, me journaling, and it's still I'm working because I know that if anybody saw me resting, I still need to look like I'm doing work. I still need to be like I'm on. So when you see me journaling, it's like, oh, look at her. She's doing it. Or doing yoga. Wow, look at, yes, and I get it. It is self-care. But when I'm actually just resting to enjoy it, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm lying down.
Yeah, I can't have anybody look at me resting. That's
You know,
why I think.
like the other day you called, right?
Yeah.
And it was a Wednesday, and I have specific days of work where I slow down on how I work. Like every day I show up with makeup, I'm all dressed. But then on those specific days where I'm more doing like a wellness moment all day, I have I have my eye masks on, or I just put like a special, I don't know, detangler in my hair or something. I'm wearing my fuzzy matching sets and I'm slowing down as I work, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, to actually enjoy, that's not what my wellness looks like. That's not what rest looks like. For me, when I'm enjoying my rest, I am watching a true crime documentary and nobody's judging me for it.
Yeah.
Or I'm like drinking my matcha tea and nobody's saying how much Splenda.
Uh-oh. Cut out. I'm gonna stay just in case. I can kind of hear you.
Oh no! Just told us to stop. Okay.
I know. I
Rose!
Okay, can you hear me now? Are you listening to something? Oh no. Okay, well, that was our aftercare. Care and share. Hope you enjoyed Care and Share.